Doug wasn't a very nice kid growing up. In fact, he was quite the bully. Every little chance he got, he would always torture and harass his peers at school. He was relentless to them and feared by most. One day, though, fall came around, and he made a most terrible mistake. A mistake he'd pay for as an adult. He went to the local carnival one night. He decided to bully a clown. What do we have here? An ugly little clown. Ha ha! He laughed at the clown as he pushed him to the ground. The clown fell with a loud thump. Hey, that's not very nice, the clown said, on the verge of crying. Oh, I know, the clown exclaimed desperately to get on Doug's good side. How about a balloon animal? Will that cheer you up? Doug just grinned at him. The clown blew up a balloon and shaped it into a giraffe. In response, Doug pulled out his dad's pocket knife he stole from the dresser and popped it, along with the clown's hopes of getting his dignity back. Doug walked away, laughing hysterically. Ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Leaving the clown alone in the dirt, sulk, embarrassed and ashamed. The clown looked back at Doug one last time as he walked away, giving him the most malicious glare he could muster. The clowns never forget. Years later, Doug never really changed. His behavior actually worsened, in fact. He became quite well known in the town, not in a good way. He was one of the worst criminals they had. He was never below robbing a place, beating up older people. Any crime in the book, you name it, he's probably done it. He was the scum of the earth, hated by most of the town. His family didn't even want anything to do with him at that point. But one year, fall came back around, and with it returned the carnival. Doug felt the seasonal spirit within him, decided to go pay it a visit once more. He was a grown man now, in his early 20s. He felt invincible, like nobody could stop him. Oh, how wrong he was. Poor, naive little Doug. Step right up, step right up. Shut it, nerd. Doug yelled as he shot a BB at the attendant at the ticket counter. Oh, what the hell, man? Ha ha. Doug chuckled as he left the man wincing in pain. Doug stopped and suddenly noticed the giant tent placed in front of him on the path. It was huge and had red stripes down the sides. It was your typical circus tent. There was giant signs mounted all over the place, mounted with LED lights surrounding big arrows that pointed towards the entrance of the tent. Doug was seemingly alone now. Everything went quiet as he stepped towards the entrance. He was then met with laughter. Clowns laughed at him. Well, well, well. What do we have here? A lost little man? Maybe he needs us to show him the way out. Numerous high-pitched voices filled Doug's ears as he stumbled around in the dark tent trying to figure out where they were coming from. What the? Hey, stop that! Clowns were seemingly attached to the ceiling as they bounced up and down towards Doug in a very cartoonish manner. What's wrong, Doug? I thought you liked to play around. Okay, that's it. Doug swung his fists wildly in the air towards the clowns, but it was no use. It didn't stop their frolicking around the tent. There was a sudden flash of light, and everything grew quiet once more. Suddenly, a spotlight lit the room, revealing the clowns. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Clown Circus! The fuck? Doug's breath caught in his throat as he stared in awe at the clown's performance. They were now stacked on top of each other. One of the most surprising things about this was one of the clowns was bigger than Doug even. He weighed over 200 pounds. And yet they kept their balance as the top clown began to juggle various objects in his hands. The light turned off once more, and then focused on one of the clowns. Well, I hope you liked that performance, folks. And now for the star of our show. Come on up, Doug. Oh, if you think I'm about to... Doug was suddenly scooped up and restrained within an instant in the dark. He found himself strapped to a spinning wheel. Ah! A knife barely missed his head by mere inches. Whoops! Looks like I'm a little rusty, folks. You sick fuck! Let me go! Another knife lodged itself right between his legs, just below his crotch. Doug was suddenly sweating from head to toe. His heart rate skyrocketed, and he felt his blood pressure rising. Wait! Please! Doug suddenly exclaimed, desperately attempting to reason with the psychotic clown throwing knives at him. Then another wedged itself right beside his arm, then another on the opposite side. The clown stopped throwing and quietly spoke. What's wrong, Doug? Don't you remember me? Please, I've never seen you in my life. Let me go. Why would I want to do that for, Doug? Having so much fun. The clown laughed hysterically. And now, for the grand finale. The lights turned off again. The wheel stopped spinning, and the tent grew ever silent. Doug could hear faint noises. It sounded very wrong. Unnatural, guttural sounds echoing around the air inside the tent. When the lights returned, Doug's jaw dropped in terror. The clown that he terrorized all those years ago now stood before him, incredibly tall and grotesquely misshapen. He was morphed into a horrific monster, Doug's worst nightmare. Doug was no longer fearless. He knew what was to come. After a moment of silence, the creature lunged at Doug, jaw wide open. It had rows upon rows of needle-like teeth. Just as the world went dark, Doug jolted awake. He'd seemingly dreamed the whole ordeal. Clowns, the circus, All of it. He breathed a sigh of relief. Then he turned towards his nightstand. There was a present wrapped in polka dot paper. Tag upon it read, "To Doug." Doug reluctantly opened it, and inside laid a single paper that read, "The clowns remember."